and so this is what excites me in this particular bike. See, around 2 years back when I had to purchase a gearless, I had the option between the Aprilia 150 that time, the newly launched Ntorq, relatively newly launched Ntorq, the Burgman, and then I had the Ether 450X as well. Um, the issue with the Aprilia is it was just way too cramped. It had an amazing engine, way too cramped. The Ntorq slightly less cramped, but not the space that I'm expecting on the floorboard where you place your legs, and there's just not enough space for any luggage, office bag, anything. So that was a no. Either 450 was an amazing bike, but there's no parking slot available, exclusive parking slot available in the colony that I live. So charging would have been a big question mark. And Bergman kind of felt like a compromise, but the best of all worlds. It had a decent 125cc engine, decent leg space as well, and decent storage as well. I actually did inquire with Yamaha regarding if the Aerox 155 is ever going to be launched, and that time they confirmed at least not in the near future. Now, finally, the Aerox has been launched. Better late than never. What excites me about this particular bike is I feel it's a really good overall package over here. It's got the power. It definitely has the power. It's got the space. You feel it's nice, roomy, and it also carries a certain image and big scooter, big bike appearance that is very important, especially in the Indian market. Now, the engine is a bit detuned as per the international standards, and I'm saying a bit detuned. But you got to understand the quality of petrol that we receive in India is far, far lower grade than the quality of petrol you receive, say, in Europe or any developed countries. And we are not even considering the amount of adulterated petrol that we receive. So the engine does need to be detuned a bit. And obviously, India being India, we are extremely fuel conscious. And considering the petrol price is 107 plus, I think we justifiably are fuel conscious. So the engine is a bit detuned, but it still hovers around the 15 horsepower mark, which is well beyond the competition, well beyond what the competition offers. I've seen quite a few videos on YouTube where the bike crosses 130, 140, maybe 145 kilometers as well in terms of top speed. But obviously, I'm assuming this is in a completely crouched down position. But I'm assuming with this capable Yamaha R15's engine, which has a forged piston, it has a variable valve timing mechanism. I feel 115 should not be an issue, but I'm just saying theoretically. I've not ridden the bike so far, so I'm assuming it will have really good highway manners, much, much better than any of the gearlesses over here. It's like a small switch mechanism inside the engine that Yamaha has cleverly incorporated over here. So engine is a plus. I mean, engine is a 10 out of 10, and I wish Yamaha had launched it at the time I was looking for a gearless. I would have definitely gone for it. Number two, I feel this bike will have a massive amount of grip, and being a person who rides a bike regularly and then a scooter, you can definitely notice there's a certain amount of grip or a massive amount of grip that gets lost in the process of riding a scooter because the tires are usually skinny. It's got a 140 millimeter size tire in the rear and 110 millimeter size tire in the front. So there's a lot of rubber touching the road, touching the tarmac. So the amount of grip that you'll receive will be phenomenal, especially considering the scooter standards. It's got a decent 14-inch wheel size, so it kind of comes in the Aprilia category, and it's neither small as a scooter nor big as a bike. So I feel 14-inch will be perfect. Number three that I like is the storage. It's got around 25 liters of storage space, which is decent, and you do end up using the storage space. And once you know the convenience of a storage space, it's something that you may not have wanted it before, but now that the convenience is there, you will utilize it. So 25 liters of storage space was impressive. Number four, it's got a 5.5 liter fuel tank. I wish it had a bigger fuel tank. The other thing that impressed me is Yamaha has the Y Connect app. So it's like a nice app where you understand where your bike was parked the last time, the revs your bike has achieved while riding. It also indicates you that when is your service overdue. So that's a nice app that the Yamaha will be incorporating with this bike, and I think this is an app that Yamaha is incorporating in all its most of its product line. So nothing special, but yes, it's something that does interest me. It gets a nice 5.5-inch LCD display, which displays everything that is required and slightly more. So the display also is a definite plus point. So overall, I just feel this is a scooter that really doesn't compromise in any aspects. It's got the power, it's got the looks, it's got the appearance, it's got the highway cruising capability, it's got a decent top end, it's got space, and the 1.29 lakh rupees ex showroom price is also extremely justifiable cost for this particular bike. Another thing is, I'm hoping this pushes Suzuki to launch its 200cc Burgman, because we desperately require um, decent scooters in the Indian market. I mean, even though this scooter is like a wow factor for us, this is actually the stepping stone or the first step in the ladder for people who live abroad, because they start with 155, they go up to 300cc Forzas. You have the Burman 200, you have the Burman 600, you have Aprila scooters that range around 800cc. Aprila did launch that scooter in India, but they could only manage to sell one, and if I'm not mistaken, someone in Pune owns it. So um, again, baby steps for us. At least finally we've got a liquid cooled, performance oriented scooter in the Indian market, and I think that's a big thumbs up for Yamaha. And again, Suzuki, if you're hearing, I would love to go put my hands on the 200cc Bergman, because the 125cc Bergman is also pretty decent in basically everything. So this is just my view. I think this is an extremely exciting moment. And one more part that I'll want to mention is, I feel finally the internal combustion engine will have the performance to match up with reference to the Olas. I'm talking of the Ola S1, at least in with reference to acceleration. I'm sure the Yamaha will outbeat the Ola in top speed, because the S1 has a top speed of 115 kilometers. But at least with reference to acceleration, I feel the internal combustion engines will definitely catch up with the electric counterparts. So this is just my point of view regarding the very exciting future of gearless scooters in India, and I look forward for seeing you in my next video. Thank you.